All right. What is it, 2023, early August. We're sitting here, SmashCastBros. We just started this podcast not long ago. We have a hell of a lot of fun with it. Tonight's topic is one that we hit on a lot. But, well, matter of fact, we're going to hit on it twice tonight, but that's a whole other story. Sorry. Hitting the intro. SmashCastBros, where we keep it local, keep it cash, and tell the Fed boys to kiss our ass. I am Ty.
I'm Moo.
And I'm Trigger.
All right, we are going to hit on a topic, the EV wave. It is a wave of...
Ignorance.
Green wave, yeah.
Ignorance, that's the wave.
Green wave? Is that the green wave? I think this is what I want to tell the...
This is about as green as I get.
Yeah.
Well, except for the corn you drink. I guess that's yellow.
The corn? The corn he takes?
Yeah. That's the corn cob.
The corn cob?
Somebody
Hot dog
left
in a
one up there
shake.
the Moody was in last weekend.
Hot dog eating contest, apparently.
Fucking right.
All right.
So, there's this big push nowadays for electric vehicles.
Yeah, big push. Big
Including
government push.
Jeremy's preferred state, California,
Shut up.
saying, what is it, 2030 something? They want to be all electric.
Yeah, but they can't even charge them. They can't charge them.
Well, yeah, a couple weeks ago they said, stop charging your cars and running AC. We can't power everything.
But yet they want everybody to have one. But let's say they're 20% electric vehicles in freaking Demafornia, and they can't even handle that. But in 10 years they want to be all electric. What the hell? They're going to burn the whole freaking electric freaking grid out of fucking California, which I'm not opposed to. I mean, they can bulldoze the whole goddamn state into the ocean as far as I'm concerned.
I mean, how many years we've been trying to get rid of California?
Anyway, it's just pure ignorance. They're just, yeah. Anyway, go ahead.
Well, that, in this effort for green, they're clear cutting fields of trees to put up solar farms and wind farms.
What are the trees do no good. They don't produce oxygen. Oh, yeah, they do. Never mind. But
they're no good.
They're
because
using
of
all
what?
electrical equipment to make these wind farms, right?
Well,
No solar farms.
If I can't see a solar farm, then I don't know we're being green. Oh, I'm going to count that.
I'm gonna.
Oh, he'll do it again here in
let's
just a second. Wait for
Let's
it.
take him on. Let's take him on. Come on.
Oh, he's got
he's
the
good.
retarded shipping
He's good.
corners.
There we go.
He's got the stupid shipping corners on it still.
Come on. Apparently, him and his kid are just out making laps.
Let's count that too, even though it was a four-banger.
For context, let's tell the listeners what we got going on. So we have a couple different kinds of drinking games. When a car goes by, revs it up.
Or a Harley.
A Harley goes by and revs it up, which is pretty much all of them. I mean, that's pretty piss poor.
Except for that one old
Weird
man.
old man.
Yeah, the
that
45-year-old or older one.
You fuck you. When's your birthday? Boy,
November. I still won't be
I cannot
45.
fucking wait.
Oh, Jeremy, you got a long way to go to catch up to him.
Oh yeah,
Kiss my ass.
Marcus Spot Buddy, you're
But the
all
rule,
ass.
back to the rules of the podcast. If somebody goes by and makes a shit ton of noise, Harleys, cars do burnout, you honk, you wave, you yell out. Well, tonight, that one chick yelled out to my kid, "Kevin, I love you." He's just so that counts. We
He
drink.
got real red.
Shit. Yeah, he did. So shit like that, we call it a drinking excuse.
And as the night goes on, the more bullshit we give each other. And if we're not giving each other shit, well, we're probably
Obviously,
sleepy.
we don't like that person.
And obviously not together.
And then there's the music game that we play, the drinking music game. As soon as the song starts playing, you got to blurt out the band, the artist, or the song name. Call it Van Halen. Van Halen, drink. New band
Jump,
comes on,
drink.
Aerosmith, drink. Right.
But these fuckers, they don't need a reason to drink. They're always drinking.
Well, no.
Just on the weekends.
One of those parties a couple weeks ago, I was on a mission, so I was calling them out wrong so I could drink twice.
Leif Garrett, every song.
Oh, I got a couple of
Gordon
freaking. I got a couple fellow employees that
There was a couple drunk.
They're
there was
either
some drunk
White
fuckers
Snake
over there, dude.
or Queen. Only two groups they know: White Snake or Queen. Could be Metallica. Oh, that's Queen. Okay. Dude.
Exit light. That's Queen.
Sounds like Freddie Mercury to me.
That's our two top games. Anyway, back to the electric vehicle bullshit where we had to kick this thing off, right?
Yeah. So there's a big push for them. I don't think it's right. As far as I know, they still haven't come up with a way to recycle them damn batteries.
No.
Or
Elon Musk has
make them
mentioned-
affordable.
Or make them affordable. Besides government subsidies.
Well,
I mean-
let's turn the page here for a real quick second. The three of us, the SmashCastBros, as we somehow came to be,
Him
we're
staring
not
out
we're
a
not
liquor
pro
bottle.
EV. I feel like the extent of my Milwaukee power tools should be where my battery life ends. I don't want a battery lawnmower. I don't want battery cars because I know a little bit. I've done a little bit of studying. We all have, right?
Bullshit. You can't even fucking read.
He can watch the videos.
Oh, yeah.
though.
I got
as long
Audible,
as it's
dude.
cartoon form.
I got Audible.
How much do you use it? Because I know you don't pay for the subscription.
Oh, fuck
'cause-
no. I get the free books every
No.
year.
But
Actually,
he-
I just downloaded one.
He has to use his
Yesterday.
headset because he's fucking old. He can't hear it on a regular speaker.
Well, I think my headset might be the problem I'm having with my hearing to begin with. But
What?
my hearing and my vision are taking this shit. The guy that came here and did his brakes today is the one that had to set up that Vortex for me, the long range rifle.
Yeah.
Yeah, my
I just figured it's because you're not good at marksmanship.
no, I'm just fucking vision sucks. Anyway, back to EV.
You drive a truck?
Well, just stay the fuck
Back
out
to
of my way.
EV. You know, the batteries are cheap to make. I mean,
They're slave labor.
slave labor from Africa and China and Lithuania and Russia and where the hell ever they're freaking made by the
And then
freaking slave freaking 6-year-olds.
And when you break down the cargo ships down to how much fuel per ton, it's actually pretty affordable to ship all that raw lithium to be refined.
And not to mention, I mean, you ship it from the U.S. over to Canada or from wherever it's being mined. Not to Canada, Jesus.
Africa,
Africa,
to
China, whatever.
You're trucking,
and then
you're
you ship
training,
it
and
back,
everything
and then
runs
a
on
train,
fucking
and then a
diesel
truck,
fuel or
and then you have the
whatever.
initial cost, and then you have the cost of putting it in, and then you have to dispose of the old crap. If it's a replacement battery, if it's a new battery, you don't have to dispose of the old one, whatever. But they want to say that everything's going to be carbon neutral in X amount of years. Fuck that. That's ignorance. That's pure ignorance. If they expect us to be carbon green, carbon neutral, carbon whatever, no. My carbon comes out the tailpipe in the freaking black soot form. That's my carbon.
not mine. I don't have my truck do that.
Bullshit.
Mainly, it doesn't have enough power to do that.
Oh, it has enough power.
I think I need to.
You just can't be sitting in it.
No. Me sitting in it helps.
I mean,
That's
you know how much a ship anchor weighs, right? And they stop a ship, buddy. Can you imagine? I mean, you put that to scale. I mean, think about that. But anyway,
Yeah.
the trains. You know, trains. You wanted to say
No, technically
that they're
they are
electric trains, but they run off a diesel generator.
Yeah.
The big truck, or the big mining trucks coming out of the mines,
They're electric.
they are electric, run by a diesel generator.
Hey, they're back already?
I mean,
That was a quick
all this
ride.
is completely stupid. For them to feel that everything's going to be carbon neutral by X amount of years, carbon green, whatever, and then we don't have a grid heavy enough, big enough, good enough, whatever, stable enough to charge this crap. We're still going to be reliant on some sort of carbon, fossil fuel, whatever. The wind farms, you got the solar farms.
Well, there's a whole group of pro-green people that want that are dying for these electric vehicles that they want so bad. But the one thing they ask for is that they're charged by natural resources, the sun, the wind.
But still, the wind. Okay,
So they
a
don't
wind
have to-
turbine, it takes 8 trucks to deliver one complete wind turbine. Not to mention the dirt work, The cement trucks to deliver the freaking concrete that makes the foundation, footing, however much. The
construction yard with all the contractor trailers.
the copper mines that they dig out for all the copper wiring for them.
All the roughnecks in their pickups.
Yes, all that crap. Nobody takes that into consideration
How many
on what these
construction
wind
sites have we gone
farms.
to and seen a parking lot full of electric EVs? I've never seen a single one.
Hold on. I delivered to a solar farm that was being built, and that parking lot was full of big pickup trucks with Texas plates on them. So
I'm sure they all had like solar panels in the back, right? I mean, to charge their phones and stuff.
I think they might have been Ford Lightnings.
Well, we'll hit on that in a minute.
Yeah. But, back to, this is a big one on mine. So those damn wind turbines. The wings. They have the blades, whatever, wings, whatever you call the dang things. They only
Blades.
have an
They're blades.
expiration
That's
time,
weird.
or lifespan.
You're right. They have a expiration
And they're
lifespan.
made out of fiberglass and all this other crap that they can't recycle. So when they tear one down, they upfit one, renew one, whatever. They ship the blades off, and they bury them in the ground because you can't do anything with them.
They're massive.
They are.
Fuck.
They're 90 foot
Are they
long.
putting them in the cobalt mines? Because
No.
there are some huge fucking holes in the earth.
No, they're buying freaking farmers' fields, tearing them up, laying them down in there, and pushing the dirt back over 'em.
Paying premium dollar for those farmers. How long before they float to the top? Because it's fiberglass.
Well, exactly.
They're going to keep disking. It's going to keep raining. They're going to keep irrigating. They're going to whatever.
I mean, they still want to be carbon neutral, carbon green, whatever. Has anybody ever watched the kids' movie freaking Wall-E?
That's what we're going for.
Chairs somewhere in there.
I mean, we're all going to be, well, not us, because, I mean, we're too fat already, but...
Well, you two will be long dead.
Yeah, the ship will
The
never
range-
take off, but...
The range of an electric vehicle, whatever it be, a Chevy Volt,
Or the Lightning.
Tesla, Lightning, whatever you want to call it.
Electric
With us driving,
Mustang.
it's going to be a little less. Because of what? Body mass
Well,
and
I
lead
was going to
foot?
say, because I like that feel of acceleration.
And to get body mass.
Yeah, body mass is
Tesla's never
going to...
move so slow.
That's another thing we're going to hit on here in a minute. But I just looked up the effective horsepower of a new Tesla Model Plaid. The new ones, the hot one.
Yeah.
Take a guess. Let's do this. Moody, take a guess what the effective horsepower is.
Are we doing higher or lower?
How about we do this, the price is right, the price is wrong, bitch, style. You can't go over.
Oof.
Can't go over.
1,000.
Okay? What about you? What's the max horsepower these cars are putting out of a Tesla Model Plaid, which is the new hot one?
How much does a Model Plaid cost?
810.
It costs between $90,000 and $116,000.
Based on extras?
Power windows, whatever. I don't give a fuck.
810 horsepower.
810?
That's mine.
And you're going with 1,000.
Hold on.
Greg's going with 1,200?
I want to see
We have an audience
manual
tonight.
windows on a Tesla.
That's your $90,000 model. Okay, so if you got the super chip, the key, the whatever to get it there, right?
The fun one.
You win 1,020.
Damn.
1,020 horsepower.
Effective horsepower.
Dude, that's pretty impressive.
And
I mean,
because it's electric, that torque is immediate.
oh, that's
100%.
ass kicking. That's ass kicking, right? Let me go back
That's
to
probably equivalent to a funny car.
no.
No.
Funny
Jeep.
funny cars are 10,000 up.
I know, but like immediate. It's like it's
Yeah.
Oh,
immediate.
yeah.
I mean, the
Pushes you in your seat.
the push in your seat.
Miles per gallon, 119 city. Miles per GE. So whatever that means, it must be the
Giga electrons. I don't fucking know.
I don't know. But the range of that battery is 396 miles. That's pretty close to a car. That's fairly close to, if you're not whipping the shit out of it. If you're using all 1,000 horsepower of it,
You're gonna.
you're going to
less.
probably get about 277 miles and 30 minutes of charging.
So, I looked up the Chevy Volt. Last year they sold was 2019. And that kind of tracks. We've been seeing, basically all trucking companies have seen those damn Chevy batteries coming through. Chevy dealerships had to go out and get big forklifts
Yeah, they had to buy
receipt of
forklifts
these
just
batteries.
yeah, no shit. If they didn't, because most of them didn't, they were just lift gating everything off the trucks.
They're 1,500-pound batteries, which isn't a lot of weight in the grand scheme of things.
But it's
longer than a
5
standard.
foot by 8 foot or 7
Yeah.
foot, whatever. They're huge.
Big ass block of bullshit is what it is.
And I hear the Tesla.
Big ass block of slave labor.
I hear the Tesla crates are even, I think, wider. The Tesla crates can't be spun on a trailer.
Really? I don't think those Volts can either because they got those
They
metal
can.
cages, can they?
Metal cages.
Well, they're wooden crates, but they have metal frames around them. The Chevy Volts did.
Ours don't have the metal crates around it. We just have the wood crate. But either way, Chevy Volt.
But why does the government hate Elon Musk so bad with the EV thing? Why?
Because
Is
he's
it-
just like Trump in the government.
It's Chevy,
He frickin-
Ford,
he
Dodge
runs his mouth.
want a piece of it, and they are using the lobbyists against Elon and his side.
He speaks his piece and he doesn't care. Just like Trump. That's why they don't like Trump. They don't like Elon because he speaks his piece. He doesn't care his ratings. He doesn't care if somebody goes out and buys a vehicle. He's going to run his mouth, tell them how it is,
He tells
and
people
they're
you
either
should-
going
you
to buy
should
it
buy
or they're not.
He tells people don't buy the car.
Yeah.
You're stupid if you buy the car. That makes people want to buy the car.
Okay, that being said, Greg said Elon said that people are stupid for buying his car. But, and the masses, on the road, when you guys are on the road, you're not on the road as much as Moody and I are, Jeremy, but when you're on the road, if you see an electric vehicle, I see more Teslas than anything.
I see a lot of Teslas on a
Oh,
day-to-day.
I see a lot of
But when you
Teslas.
see a Tesla, you know it's electric. There's a lot of other vehicles you don't realize are electric because they don't look like it's not a Tesla. A Tesla
Well,
Usually you can tell.
I know. Usually, you tell.
they have them stickers on the back that say, "This car is all electric. Pat me on the back, please."
Pat me on the back.
Door.
There was only 16 children that died in the making of the battery power unit of this
That ain't no
fucking
shit.
thing.
And
All
their
right.
Yeah,
grandkids.
whip.
So,
And yeah,
And their grandkids, so don't feel guilty.
so the Chevy Volt has that little 4-banger engine to generate power. If you wanted to run that all battery, it is 53 miles, only battery.
Seriously?
Yeah.
But that Tesla gets 396. Like the
And
Chevy Big Block,
A
396, baby.
A Chevy Volt, Chevy dealership told me once the batteries, the 3 batteries, if you wanted to buy just the batteries, $18,000
Replacement cost.
to replace the battery if you actually had to pay for it and it wasn't warranted.
that's just the 3 batteries alone. That's not counting labor,
There's gotta be a
disposal,
testing-
shipping, any of that bullcrap.
And that only gets you back up to 53 miles of battery-only range.
How do you know if the batteries are just going bad? You're getting down to like 10 miles?
Your engine's firing up all the damn time, just running constantly to charge
Okay,
to
then
run
you
it.
just don't replace the battery.
Well,
Oh, good job.
You have a
Now
30
you're down to
with
you
the
know, a normal
Chevys,
car.
they're the premium model, like the premium model's 32 grand for that Chevy Bolt new one.
The Bolt,
If
the
you
new
have to buy the batteries, you're at 18 grand, 20. Well, that's
For-
just batteries. So you're
It's about 20 grand with labor.
25, I bet. Come on, dude. It's
I
more
bet
than 2 grand for
22.
labor.
I'd say 22.
No, Chevy dealership said about 2 grand for labor.
So you're 21,000 plus tax.
But then you have hazmat disposal.
Yeah, then you got
For the old
destination
battery.
fees and child labor fees and fucking whatever.
Just because we can fees.
Okay, you know, everybody wants to cut on the new Ford Lightning EV pickup. Okay,
But you can charge your house on it. Oh, if your
But
power goes out, just plug it
they're
into
only-
your pickup.
Well,
462 to 500 and I don't know,
our buddy
580
Dan,
horse on the extended range. Standard range is 462 horse. It was only 775 foot-pounds of torque. A 7,700 pound capacity, but it's only a 270 mile range.
It's not.
Hold on. I think that's 270 miles empty.
That's
And
better
yeah,
than,
I don't think that's under towing. I think that's a standard
Putzing to and from
range
work.
of
that's like Bianca
270
driving,
miles.
not us.
But the stupidest part is
Wow,
it has,
you.
as you guys call it, the frunk. That front trunk looks more like a freaking fupa.
It's not, we didn't name it. Somebody
No, it
else
should be
named
named
it,
a
but
fuck.
it's
It
called
should
the
be
Frunk.
named a fupa.
It is fupa. That's pretty funny.
Yeah.
Really, I mean, if you have a electric vehicle and it's got a frunk, call it the fupa from now on, please.
Yeah. I think it's just a better name.
What does it say? Front,
Front, upper pubic area.
pussy,
Pubic area is normal.
pubic.
Area.
Yeah, okay.
Fatty upper pussy.
Fatty
area.
upper. Yeah, that's what it was. Fatty upper pussy area.
Futa.
Fupa.
Fat upper trunk area. Front ugly trunk area.
Fupa rolls off the tongue a little better. All right. So the Ford.
Well, you got the
Ford
Ford
Lightning.
Lightning, and then you got that new freaking Mustang EV also. That's a
Corvette's
SUV EV.
going EV.
Kind of
And
looks like that one right there.
no, not even fucking close. No, not even close.
So, but
Well, it's got power windows,
Kind of remind.
it's got power engine, man.
power door locks.
It's got.
Hold on. Wait. 3 cubes.
You know,
For context.
3 extra gigawatts.
For
Here's a little bit of a-
context, Jeremy brought his Mustang, and my Z28's parked next to it. But, Z's got 3 more cubes.
305 versus the 302.
302.
You got him there, really.
No replacement for displacement, right, Jeremy?
are we
cubic
talking about
inches.
the air displacement in the cab when you're sitting in it, or what?
Well, do you want to talk about the air displacement in your cab? Because it's displacing. I can smell it from here.
Oh yeah, I can too. I can
I can fucking
too.
smell it from here. Back to EV. The Ford Lightning. How much is it before they put them on sale? Because the Ford, nobody wants a fucking electric vehicle. Ford just dropped the price 10 grand.
Base
on those
truck-
fucking things. Nobody
base
wants
truck-
them.
Is 50 grand.
So it's 40 now.
Well,
But
like
that was
like the base
that's their
model with
that's their
rubber
pro
floor
model.
mats,
Yes,
crank windows, whatever.
that's what they call their pro model. So professional model. So rubber floors, cloth seats. It probably has crank windows, like we were talking earlier. Not electric windows,
Remember
crank
those seat
windows.
covers that were like the Mexican coats?
Hey, I
What are
like
those things
those.
called? What are those things called? What are the Mexican coats called? They gotta have a name, right?
Mexican coat seats.
Hey, I know what
They
they're
were
called.
poncho.
Poncho. There you go.
Yeah, the fucking seat cover. I'm surprised Ford just doesn't throw those in, like kind of
just
like
saying.
Chevy does WeatherTech.
I have a couple in a couple Ford trucks. I like them. I actually really like them. Whatever. But either way, hell, I don't even know what the hell I was gonna say about the freaking electric vehicle shit.
The Ford Lightning is
Fucking
on
running
sale
your
because
damn
nobody
mouth.
fucking wants
Oh
it.
yeah, the professional model. You go up to an XLT or a Lariat, and you keep going up. The Platinum was 90 grand,
Yeah, I just looked.
and
it
you're
up.
still driving around with a goddamn fupa in front of you.
Well, I mean, it's a lot of storage. You got the regular bed, the batteries on battery cars, the EVs. They're usually across the bottom for weight distribution. You want them low center of gravity. So basically, from the front tires to the back tires, the bottom
Oh, yeah,
10 inches of the whole thing between the frame rails is battery.
You lift that front fat roll up on that truck, and it says supercharging station, charging area. You have friggin' all these ports and everything else to charge stuff and whatever.
So you say it's like a
it's just
fupa.
like a fatty upper pussy area. You pick it up to plug into.
Would you call it a 9-volt battery? Are you going to stick your tongue on it?
No.
He's going to pop the fupa and
Not a
tongue it,
chance. Not a chance, buddy.
jump
But-
right in head first.
Still, what do you do? What do you do when you run out of electricity on the side of the road? You call somebody and
With
they
a
come
fucking
out
generator.
there and they fire up their electric generator.
Diesel.
Electric
generator.
generator.
Not even. It doesn't matter. It could be gas. It could be. It's fuel powered.
Yeah. Fossil fuel.
Fuel
Nuh-uh.
powered.
No, that can't be possible. That
If I had a
cannot
towing
be possible
company, I'd almost refuse to go
because
out
they
to
don't need
Alpha.
fossil
I'd go out and
fuels to
take
charge
pictures.
anything.
No,
wait,
no.
never mind.
You get a big diesel generator on a trailer. You back in front of them. Fire that big fucker up. Plug it in.
Roll coal on your hood. All
No, you put
for
a
2
you put a
hours straight.
goddamn performance or sport tune in that fucker, and you crank that throttle up, and it just sits there and bellows a stream of black smoke.
Pretty soon, this guy's red fucking Chevy Bolt is black.
So I got curious. A home charger on
I was thinking he was curious about something else.
Homo.
on a
homo.
240 volt outlet is usually between 32 and 40 amp given to the charger.
Well, there's some Google's got to have
7,200 watts at home. 7.2 kilowatts. That's, well, hold on. That's 40 amps on the high side. Typically, your house only gets 200. So, what is that? 20% of the power coming into your house is going straight into that car. Regardless of anything else you got, like AC.
But where's that power coming from that goes into your house?
The electric ferries. It's not fossil fuels.
There was no fossil fuel used in the transportation of any said fuels or making of any grid or anything. It was all done via some fucking ferry stork or some shit. Just dropped the shit off.
Yep, an electric stork.
It gets better.
Oh god.
I just Googled. So what do you?
I don't want to hear about your vibrator.
Oh, dude, I got to do that one too tonight. Dude, I forgot about that. Oh my god, that's funny. I can't believe I forgot about that. I can't believe I forgot.
You're talking about electric vehicles. He's probably gonna fucking get a Tesla battery to power a fucking vibrator.
You know Richie on the dock?
Oh,
the hippie?
fuck.
Yeah, anyway.
You mean the fucking goddamn
He's a
crypt
hippie.
keeper from Tales from the Crypt?
Ah, he's a hippie.
He's in.
Okay, so what do you suppose it costs you to drive to work and back home if you had your
Daily.
Volkswagen Jetta to drive it to work and back? How much fuel do you think you burn, and how much would it cost you?
So I've been measuring. I get about 40, call it 40 miles to the gallon. It's a bit more than that. We'll call it 40. So I drive
$3.
about 70 miles. So it's almost $8 a day.
Let's go. Okay, I'm with you.
$4
That's
a
about-
gallon for diesel.
I don't think mine's even that much, but I drive like a 100-year-old woman.
Or above 45
So-
year olds.
That car can go over 40.
I don't fucking know.
So $8 a day for you to drive your fuel efficient car. Let's call it $10 a day if you had
Let's
his
round.
car. He's got a gas car.
Well, gas is cheaper.
Doesn't matter. He still gets worse mileage. Plus his foot is made of lead. Okay, so an
not
Don't be a
electric
fucking
car.
hater. I'm not 45 or older. I don't need to drive like a freaking little old lady on fucking Sunday.
No, so you're 44 and a half and you drive like an asshole.
I'm 43 and a half, and I am an asshole. I've never denied that.
It costs approximately $15 to charge an electric car with 65 kilowatt battery at home using level 2 charger. That's Edmunds. If electricity costs 10.7 per kilowatt,
Ours is more than that, I think.
it is. This one, okay, Investopedia. The average cost of charging an EV at commercial charger from almost empty to almost full, which is probably going to be,
15 fucking hours standing there.
well, it's between $10 and $30. The average of that being 20. $20.
But how long does that take to charge that much?
Your car is going to be dead by the time you get home.
Yeah.
You're going to run the windows. You're going to run the charger to your phone, to your headset. You're going to run the car,
Well,
brake lights, all the
Fuck.
stuff.
If
He's
you wanna-
got to run
if
the
you wanna-
fucking AC.
if you
The-
run
the
the
The only
AC,
month he doesn't run AC is
The way the
fucking
manufacturers
February.
test are going down the highway with no lights on. Turn the lights on, you're killing battery. Turn the charger on, you're killing battery. Turn the radio on, you're killing battery.
Oh shit,
Turn the
he's got to
AC
have
on.
his fucking phone charger on because his fucking phone's dead by fucking... What time you start work?
depends
Wow.
on the day.
Let's say
No.
you start work at 6 a.m., your phone's dead by 6:10.
I mean, TikTok
No.
ain't going away, bud.
No. I charge the truck. I charge the phone in the truck, so somebody else has to pay
Doesn't
for
matter. The average Joe Blow is going to run stuff.
it.
Whatever.
Yeah.
It's not going to get what the manufacturer says it's going to get for mileage, because they don't falsify it. They just don't tell you the whole
That's
truth.
everything turned off, and you going downhill with the wind at your ass.
Right. So the average is going to be closer to $30 a day for as far as the average American in the country where we live, 30 miles to drive to work. That's about right?
So you got to
we
remember
drive 30.
60,
You and I
60
drive
miles
30. He
round
drives
trip.
40.
I drive roughly 30 miles. I think it's like 26 miles one way.
So we're going from. It's going to cost you more to own that car.
Okay, so I looked up my consumer's bill.
Credits or
And
not.
on peak pricing, which is 2 p.m. to 7, is call it 16 cents an hour, kilowatt hour.
Okay.
And off peak, which is basically overnight,
Well, that's a
is
whole nother.
10 cents an hour or a kilowatt hour.
Say that again.
10 cents a kilowatt hour for
Your savings?
off peak.
That 10 cents a kilowatt hour is your savings.
That's the cheap off peak power. On peak is 2 p.m. to 6 p.m. So when houses are starting to fire up and factories are still going, that's what they call peak.
Well, I
That's
think factories get
16
extra credit.
cents. That's 16 cents a kilowatt hour. 16 cents. 2 to 6. So if you get home at 5, well, you want to make sure your car's plugged in.
Well, if I
That's an hour at 7 kilowatts.
I don't get away with it, but I really wish that AC would run 24/7 in my house.
I tried
But
to
the
talk.
old
I
lady's
tried
got-
to talk her into that earlier.
I just gave her. Well, Jeremy gave her $20. The other Jeremy gave her $20, and I got another 50 over there in the drawer. Oh, dude, off air. Oh boy, I'm surprised we haven't gotten messages from who had just left.
Probably hasn't checked yet.
Dude, he probably hasn't pulled that shit out of his pocket.
Probably too toasty.
Yeah, he was pretty
Anyway,
toasty when he
oh
left.
my god, that's gonna end badly. He's gonna be so fucking mad. Anyway, EV stuff. The Chevy Bolt probably gets great mileage. Who the fuck wants to drive one?
It is ugly.
Us three, there's no way we'll ever buy one.
Not a chance.
The most chance you'll get me to drive an EV is one of those 1,000+ horsepower Teslas.
And even then, you'll use 100. You drive like a grandma.
Dude,
You're starting to look like a grandma.
dude, my wheels are turning, but I got nothing.
You're starting to look like a grandma. Your tits are sagging a lot.
That's because they're muscly.
Okay.
Can yours do this?
Dude, don't even ask me what mine can do.
Lactate.
I'm damn near to the point in my life I can lick my own nipples.
He knows because he keeps trying.
You're fucking right.
He wants to lick some sort of nipple.
You're
You
damn
know,
right.
some guys have marks on a tape measure how far they can get on there. His has got it on the floor how far he can shoot.
Yeah, but I mean, like your tape measures are worn out at fucking 2 inches.
2.5.
You got to have some room to read the tape.
That's after I take some pills.
Dude, you could run into the wall with a fucking hard on and just break your nose.
I have.
His stomach would hit the wall first.
And his tits.
Well, mainly the tits because they're over his stomach.
Because I'm running forward. You guys are always backing into
I mean,
me.
at his age, I mean, what's he got between his tits that a 20-year-old version of him doesn't? His belly button.
That's the other part of what we do. That's the other half of pretty much our whole fucking day. Even outside of this whole podcast thing, we spend the whole
Earlier,
weekend. We spend basically the weekends just busting each other's
balls.
Well, either earlier we were wiring up that side by side, busting each other's balls.
It's been a busy weekend for me so far. I did.
You
I
did
did
more
a whole
work-
brake job
you
on a
did
Regal
more
by
work in the
myself. Then I watched Jeremy Swanson do his fucking
What the fuck
brakes.
did you just
Well,
say?
I held the flashlight for Jeremy. Then I screwed around with
You
some
swept
pod
the floor a
lights
little
on
bit.
Ron's side-by-side tonight, and that still feels kind of wasteful.
I'm still trying to comprehend the stupidity that just came out of his fucking mouth.
Why
Did
start
you
now?
not notice how dirty I got? holding that flashlight for
You fucking tripped. You were so fucking drunk and fell on the ground.
I was that yesterday, right?
Yes.
No, I didn't drink at all until after you left.
Okay, then you're so fucking old.
Then me and the old
you
lady went
fucking
and had a good time.
lost fucking balance on your damn walker.
He's got you there.
Well, even Jeremy's got to hold a flashlight once in a while.
It was kind of fun. I sat there smoking a cigarette, just watching Tyler. 'Cause I don't normally get to do that because normally he doesn't do a fucking thing.
I was busy. It's been a busy weekend, but for some damn reason, it's always, we've talked about this before, it's never a dull moment here.
No.
There's always something going on, or we've always got some fucking project.
Some project, some bullshit to do, something to freaking terrorize.
Even this weekend, I was like, man, I don't know if we're going to get to the old podcast part of the weekend, but I'm glad we did. I'm having fun.
There's some
Anyway.
shit talking.
We're not sitting as long as we normally would, but
Well, not yet. Dude, I had a long night last night. I didn't think I'd have the energy to do this tonight after the neighbor got me up at 2:30. But back to the EV topic. We need to stay on point.
You know, we've talked about cars. You want to talk
let's
about
take a break
freaking...
and we'll touch on the others in a second.
Well, okay.
All right.
Okay, that sounds good.
Several bad puns later.
All right, we are back with SmashCastBros, taking a break. We just went over EV cars, pickups, the small, the ugly fucking whatever. Talked about the Teslas having over 1,000 horsepower. I wonder what kind of incentives you could get. Anyway, let's move on to motorcycles and semis. You want to touch on semis first?
Let's do semis real quick. All right. So there's a company I found out about on TikTok that's trying to come up with a better electric semi than what we have. Hold on. Wait a second.
I'm already against them.
Oh, no. Give it a second. So they are going more for the locomotive idea. They have, I think their initial idea was a Cat C9 engine, and all it does is drive a generator. And it has battery banks between the frame rails on the truck and electric motors in the back.
You can charge them externally off of electricity power or
you
the
just
generator.
run that diesel, and I think they
But
said
there's got to be
on
an option for both, otherwise it's not going to make all the tree huggers happy.
I think they said on flat ground the engine only has to run for about half hour per every hour of driving on flat ground.
They're doing it for more of a, because I know what company you're talking about.
Edison
because
Motors.
They're doing it more or less for
cost of that
constant
machine.
power.
Or are we going to
That's a
count
drink.
that with that fucking
That's a
Miata?
drink. Yeah, I don't care. It's loud. Loud exhaust, motorcycles, beeping, honking, burnouts. We
Or
drink.
just ties loud mouth and everybody drinks.
Oh, that's why I've been drinking constantly.
Yep. Well,
Kind of what I
anytime you
do.
Come over here,
well,
people
I mean,
drink.
my two biggest superpowers
Spouting off at the mouth.
are, talking and showing off.
And he does more talking than showing off because he has nothing else to show off.
Well, no, he's
look
showing
at
off
this.
his mouth.
Look at this. You want to see what? Go sniff your door handle. You win on that, by the way.
Anyways, what were you going to say about that idea? Edison Motors. The
And that's
diesel,
great, but what about the tree huggers that are going to want to be able to just charge their dozer off of whatever?
He's not doing it for that. He's doing it for a more constant horsepower, durability, drivability issue.
He worked in the logging fields of Canada, which tree huggers already don't like.
But they're certainly burning down fields of them.
I was just going to say.
They're tearing them out because to bury wind turbine
I was
blades
hearing
and
the wildfires up in Canada. They're not even bothering to fight them anymore.
or the Kuwait tire fire.
Or China. Period.
You know, what?
That's what I'm going to
The
compare
Kuwait
it
tire
to.
fire, why aren't they putting that in the freaking coal burners to make electricity? Why aren't they putting the tires in there?
Right?
Jesus. I mean, they're
think
just out there burning out in the freaking desert. Put them in a freaking incinerator. Make some power out of them.
But I think that's what we can compare it to. From now on, Jeremy smokes like a Kuwait tire fire.
You're fucking right. And you fuckers drink like fucking fishies.
That's
Blub
fine.
blub.
Gargle,
But-
gargle.
I apologize
We've all
once
heard
again
you
for
do
my
that
ice
before.
clanging in the microphone.
But I like
The
the
trucks.
idea because it is a more realistic view of electric trucks.
It's just like a freight train, like we discussed about freight trains.
Yeah.
They're electric power, electric driven, with an onboard diesel generator.
It doesn't have to run all the time. It just runs to top the batteries off. And then it shuts itself back down, and you continue driving down the road all electric. And when you start running low on power, or you see a big grade coming up, you turn the engine back on and get your batteries topped off.
Turn the engine back on, you hold her wide open, and you just roll coal all the way up.
Especially if you see a Prius or something, you just fucking roll.
Hold your head out the window and frickin' yell cowabunga or some bullshit.
But I like that idea better than the electric truck. So the company I work for has an electric semi out in California, of course. And everything I've heard is the range on that is 90 miles in an electric semi. They keep it within 7 miles of the terminal. And the guy basically runs one-shot runs or 2 or 3 stop
Pretty
runs.
much
So
like
Ty,
me. Yeah. that's
So like
me.
Ty, but when he comes back, he drops his trailer.
I'm not a
plugs
very
the
good truck
in.
driver. I do not want to drive a long distance. I fucking hate it.
He comes back,
trust me, the people on the
Drops.
road don't want you to drive very long either.
drops
get it,
his
I get
trailer,
it.
plugs the truck in, goes inside to turn in paperwork, grab another one, get the other trailer ready, hops in the truck, runs it real quick, hurries right back, plugs the truck in. Just to keep the damn thing going. At that point, you might as well just have an extension cord.
So the overall range is what?
93 miles or so.
But that's not gas on, gas off. Gas on, stop light, stop sign, traffic, people, assholes,
That's if you just
getting cut off,
if
slamming
you
on the
get
brake.
started on a straight shot of road.
We talked about it before. You're on
If
you're on the
you
throttle.
tow it out to an on-ramp, you set it down on the on-ramp, and you hit the freaking throttle, and you get on the on-ramp, get on the expressway, you can go for 90 miles, and then you have to pull onto an off-ramp and call a record to take you the rest of the way.
No, you can go 45 and then turn around and go back.
Well, no, because deceleration and acceleration will actually kill it.
That's what I'm saying.
You have to go
90
on a
miles
90-mile
if
loop.
you were just basically on the highway. Again, the manufacturer is setting the cruise at 55, getting great mileage. He's getting 90 miles. But the stop and go traffic, that 7 miles, might be the end of it. It could very well be the end of it. You might get 15.
With that kind of range, you know how at car washes they have that arm for the hose to get you all the way around the car?
Yeah.
No,
You
he
might as
always
well-
washes his cars in the driveway.
You might as well do that with an extension cord. With that short a range, you might as well just run an extension cord.
Right. The Tesla trucks, they're failing.
Are those even out yet? I haven't seen it.
They're doing a hell of a lot of testing. They're not worth the shit.
Now, I saw a real...
Because there's a lot of mass there. You put 80,000 pounds worth of product in a semi. Everything these people that listen, everything they own has been in a truck.
Well,
What is it? Your house, the framing in your house, the
The
drywall.
shingles, the siding, the windows, the doors,
appliances.
the freaking nails. I mean, the nails you guys pick up in Grand Rapids.
Yes.
National Nail.
I picked up 7 skids of shingles.
The garden.
The other
You have,
day.
if say Traeger has a garden, the seeds came in on a truck. So everything you own has been on a truck.
So I
Every
picked up-
fucking thing.
I don't remember how many
Yeah, I
squares
know
it
the
was.
dirt my house is built on. You brought in.
So,
So fucking old.
So, I picked up 7 skids of shingles a couple weeks ago. That 7 skids was 25,000 pounds. Well, you're really eating into that cargo capacity of one of those Tesla trucks.
Did you get the vaccine before you touched them?
No.
So you didn't.
No. I'm
Did
probably
you get
gonna
shingles yet?
No. Not yet. We're waiting for it. By the way, while I was over at, I got new tires on my Jetta this morning over at Wally World.
Let me guess. You pulled out of there, hit 6 potholes, and fucked them up.
No, not this time.
Oh, okay.
I was sitting there in that little waiting room that they have, and I wasn't really listening because I was playing on my phone and trying to not remember I was at Walmart. And I think an ad came on
Picking
that
up.
was talking about COVID coming back around.
Of
Shut
course
the
it
fuck
is.
up. Let's talk about EV vehicles.
Yeah.
Because
But-
that's gonna be a fucking rabbit hole I'm going to lose my shit on.
But either way, the electric semi, the conventional electric semi idea, I think is ill thought out. And one of the things that really got to me was when the Tesla semi was announced, they talked about its 0 to 60 time being like 8 seconds while fully loaded at 80,000 pounds. Well, if you 0 to 60 in 8 seconds with 80,000 pounds, that freight ain't going to go with the trailer. It's going to go through the fucking door.
Yeah, I've seen you guys strap shit down. You don't.
What's the strap?
No, you haven't seen us strap anything down then.
Okay, you're right. I worded that wrong. There's a company just across the road from where you work.
Yeah.
Big company. Has lots of big box stores. And they have a bunch of EV trucks. And I got a buddy of mine that works
Does
over
it start
there.
with M and sound like
Yes.
Meyer?
Has an S at the end. It has an S at the end.
Myers. Sorry. Yeah, we're all gonna gang up on the old Sarah. Myers.
Anyway,
They have three. They have three of them.
okay, and it's, to my knowledge, they only allow them trucks out less than 30 miles
It's
from there.
They're prescribed routes. Now, one of the guards did tell me he was in one of the less used guard shacks, and he was sitting there playing on his phone because what else are you gonna do when you're stuck in a guard shack? And he said he just happened to look up and noticed there was a Meyer truck sitting right next to the guard
You never
shack
fucking heard
because
it.
he never heard it come up.
He got his dick in his hand. You know he did.
So when were you a security guard?
Tonight.
asking.
Starting tonight. I'm gonna lay this on your shoulder.
Dude,
You're gonna have to get really, really close.
really close. I mean, your nuts are going to have to be on my neck.
I mean, let me grab a tape measure, but I feel like you're only about 3 feet away from being a cock.
I'm 3 feet away from a cocksucker? Yeah. Any direction, I'm 3 feet away from a cocksucker.
EV semis? What else?
I got nothing else on semis.
I've never worked on them. I've never freaking been up close to one. I have nothing except for the same ill-willed bullshit freaking stuff I have about cars.
You being a big truck mechanic, think about how much time you're going to save. All you really need to know, your education can go right out the window. All
Check
you
the
really need to
ground.
know is positive and negative.
Check the ground.
Check the ground. Grind the ground, you clean the ground, and stick it back on and send the trucker on his way because you don't need to fix anything else. How easy is your life about to get?
How easy is his life now? He sits there and watches everybody else do the work.
Shit.
I'm
I didn't say he did.
going to mushroom stamp both of you motherfuckers.
Again, you're gonna have to get really close.
All right, well, we done
Dude,
cars,
this
pickups,
shit's stupid,
semis.
period. I just
Let's
don't
do
agree with
bikes, and let's get the fuck over this topic
Bikes.
because we got fun stuff to
So-
talk about after that.
Harley wants to be EV, all EV by what, 2035 they said?
Something stupid like
I'm
that.
trying to read up on it right now.
Okay,
So, are they just going to have a freaking speaker on the side of the bike that goes blah, 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 blah?
yeah, but you
Potato,
gotta
potato,
pay,
potato,
Yeah.
potato, potato, potato.
But you got to pay $1,000 to get a different exhaust sound. You don't get the old one still.
So do you
just
get
pay
like
$1,000
Vance
for
and
the new
Hines
one.
speakers?
Guy,
and
fucking groupies will be standing around a bike. Dude, did you get the panhead sound? That's badass. you paid the extra fucking $20 to get panhead or the shovel head? What fucking
Oh
version
man,
did you
it's
get?
so cool.
you, pay,
V-Rod. There it is.
you paid the extra freaking $100 for the bigger amplifier, so it's louder.
Oh man, did you?
Well, they got to have that huge. Well, they had to pay the extra so they could sit at the end of fucking Commerce Lane and rev it up.
Dude.
Their fucking speakers
gonna
enough
pay.
loud enough that we could hear it, that we could drink because they rev their fucking electric motorcycle up.
They're gonna pay $500 to get electronic drag pipes put on their car.
You know, here's another option for them electric Harleys. Are they going to have a electronic oil leak?
All right.
I mean,
it's gotta have
how
an
the hell
oil
is it going to drip
reservoir.
oil on the
So
ground?
people understand. I've been around bikes a long time.
Yeah,
I started
a
early.
long fucking time.
He was around when they were invented, and he still said, "These damn whippersnappers."
What, first Harley was what, 1903 or 1909 or something?
Yeah, and he was still 45
I was there.
at that.
I was
Exactly.
there. I was fucking there.
It doesn't fucking surprise me, buddy.
I get that Harley is it's a fanboy thing. Somebody once told me, one of the Geldof boys told me, Harley is basically a T-shirt club, and he said that, and I didn't think much of it, but it still sticks because every time I see somebody that has a Harley, they have a T-shirt on. Look at some of the people we work with. Look at the people when they're not in their uniform. What do they wear? Everything says Harley on it.
Well,
it's a
hold on.
fucking T-shirt club.
Much like
I get it. Harley did for the motorcycle
Don't
world
even
that
say it, Moody.
more than
Wait,
anybody.
don't even
But
say it.
You don't know where I'm going. Harley riders are a lot like vegans. If you don't know if someone's a vegan or a Harley rider,
You're
don't worry.
gonna.
They'll tell you.
They're gonna fucking tell
It's
you.
kind of like iPhone owners. Oh, you got an...
Yet, I haven't heard more shit about phones than from Android owners. I don't even talk about what I have because it doesn't
Well,
matter.
the guy
to
that
me.
was here this morning working on his F-150, I called O'Reilly's because he needed a caliper, right?
Yeah.
And I just handed him my phone, and I'm like, here you go, it's ringing.
He didn't even know how to freaking answer the phone, did he?
No, he picked it up, and he talked to him, and he hands it back. He goes, Jesus Christ, that's a fucking tablet, bro. I'm like, yeah. Well, I got to make porn dicks as big as mine. But anyway, back to the Harley.
So why don't you have a
the
flip
EV
phone?
bikes? There's more than just Harley going EV.
I saw a couple other electric bikes online.
There's some pretty cool ones.
I wouldn't mind riding one.
You talking about one of those little pink scooters?
Little
I mean,
tyke,
very similar to a fucking electric Harley.
mullet tyke, mullet head, tyke penis.
Yeah, instead of a pan head, you got a mullet head.
But there are a couple electric, more sport-oriented bikes, and I wouldn't
There's some
mind
cool
trying
ones.
one.
Right.
I'm not going to buy one.
You don't ride the fucking gasser you got now.
Dude, they're going to have to take the fucking EV electric fucking motor and battery out of the semis, put it in a fucking motorcycle to get your fat ass up to speed.
Well, hold on. Wait. We talked not that long ago about the, what is it, the Haas motorcycle?
Boss Hoss
That's
or...
all, yeah.
Are they going to take a Tesla Model 3 motor and put it in a bike for that?
I don't know how them bikes do. I would like to try one
Don't
because
tip
we're
the
sitting here
fucker over.
talking about it. It's hard to bash them and not be able to say I've ever ridden one. But
When you got
the
that
Harley
big-
the Harley fanboys will never buy an electric Harley. I am willing to put money on that bet. The Harley fanboys
No.
are Harley because they're gassers.
No, I think if Harley said, "Here's an electric bike and it's way better than your bagger," those Harley fanboys will eat up anything Harley sells them because they'll pay $100 for a shirt.
I disagree. Well, I agree with the shirt thing. I disagree with the fact that they're just going to buy up an electric Harley. They're not going to do it. Harley's going to go under because they want to go 100% electric. Here's a really good article by Electric. Harley Davidson CEO says the brand will be all electric in the future. I'm trying to find saying the brand's future will be 100% electric.
They don't have any bikes out that I know of, but
do.
there are other companies.
Don's rode a couple
He has.
electric Harleys. Yes, he has.
He seems
said
like the
they're-
type that would.
They are fast as fuck, which is fine. I don't care.
Well, hold on.
But it's not the same.
Wait. A Harley rider saying a bike is fast as fuck. Is that like a 600cc rocket? Kind of fast.
Well, it's like those 300 Kawasaki's probably. I don't know. If you look at the past
250
120
Ninja?
years, the company has always evolved, never stood still, he explained. Now, like the founders did at the time trying to reinvent or invent something unique, that's obviously something that the company's brand needs to do as well. What we're doing is celebrating our past, but also evolving as a brand. I don't agree with that.
They are not evolving. They're devolving.
If they want to evolve with if they want to make sales, the reality of it is they need to make sales. Harley's been a dying brand for how long?
if they're fucking
Well-
evolving, make them stop leaking oil.
Right. And
Well,
I'm glad
now-
we're rubbing off on you with that. Because
Speaking
there was
of
a
leaking
time
oil.
where you were fucking Harley.
I
or
want a
die.
Harley. I do.
I know.
Hold
I
on,
know.
wait. One person here does have a Harley.
Yeah, this is the biggest one running his mouth over there.
Yeah.
I have a.
He has a bitch bike. He has a sporty.
I got 1200, bro.
With your
fuel
fat ass
injected.
on it, it's like a 600.
No, it's a
Okay,
Harley.
650.
It's like a 300.
Okay.
No. Well, if I run out and grab the fucking T-shirt to go with it,
Oh, that
now I'm
adds like
talking
50
1800,
horsepower.
right? Right.
And then he puts his fucking LED headlights in there.
Oh, that adds another 50.
Pot,
Hey,
meat kettle.
if you put the chaps on, that adds probably 25. to
I bet
that.
I
don't
can
wear
cut the
anything
wind
under 'em.
in half.
Oh, there you go.
There's dude. I mean,
And no, you're right. I do like Harleys. I do. I think they're beautiful bikes. But as for the rest of the fucking problems, I don't like the motherfuckers leaking oil. I mean, if
Well-
they're fucking 60, 70 years old and leaking oil, okay. But if I pull it off the fucking showroom floor, I pull into the first fucking parking spot, there's a drop of oil underneath that motherfucker,
I
I'm
can't
gonna
take.
get pissed.
I can't take away what Harley's done for the motorcycle industry. But somebody pointed it out once, back before I worked at the company I work for now. He goes, we were riding with him, I don't know what the fuck we were doing. Anyway, he goes, you pay attention. Every time you see a motorcycle broke down on the side of the road, you pay attention to what it is. And he goes, almost always, it's a Harley.
Oh,
And so I did for years. For like the next 2 years, it rang in my head. Every time I'd see one under an underpass, broke down, he's just kind of hanging out in the shade. It's a fucking Harley.
Here's something else I've seen recently. What weight oil is in your car? Or your truck?
My truck, 040, which is super weird.
What about you, Jeremy? What do you run in your truck?
1540 Rotella.
What about your car?
My Mustang, 1540 Rotella. My lawnmower, 1540 Rotella. My quad, 1540 Rotella. My mud truck,
So-
1540 Rotella.
So, a
Your
Harley.
Buick.
I have no idea. I have somebody else fucking check the oil in that motherfucker.
So a Harley.
You don't even check the oil in that car?
No, fuck
No
no.
wonder. I know it. Now I know where Joe gets it.
I pay them fuckers too. I pay for the freaking service. I pull in there and say, check my fucking oil, bitch. They check my fucking
Now
oil.
I know where your
check
kid
my
gets it.
tires, fill my washer solvent. I drive the fuck away.
Matter of fact, we probably ought to check that car. Has he been checking it?
We're not going to discuss that on the air.
So a Harley
Oh, no.
uses 2050. Now,
That's
Gotta
so it
keep
don't
the
leak
rattling
out so
down.
fast.
Got to keep the rattling down.
huh?
That's so it don't leak out so fucking fast. It's thick.
Yeah. That's some thick fucking oil.
Race cars use it. That's what they
Yeah,
use in most
yeah.
race cars is 20.
Dude, I run 2050 in the Corvette, I think. I have to
How
go
is
look.
it 2050 when it ain't anywhere near a race? No one's ever confused a
high-
Harley with a race bike.
It's high zinc.
Is that what it is?
Yeah.
Or is that just the weight they decided to run to keep
You're
the
on
leaks
higher
down?
weight to get
That's
higher
what I
road
go
pressure.
by. Is it? They use it to freaking keep the leaks freaking from pouring all the oil out.
Oh, my Corvette fucking leaks.
Well, yeah.
Yeah,
I
but
mean,
it
not
also
bad,
has fuel
but
coming
it
out the
leaks.
tailpipes.
Yeah, I know shit. Because somebody hasn't tuned that Holly yet.
and
I got the kit. I'll give it to you.
and it has extreme carbon monoxide coming out the fucking
Driver.
convertible top.
And the driver. Which reminds me,
Speaking of exhaust,
one of these weekends I got to stop by and pick up that Edelbrock.
yeah, you do.
I might see about fitting onto that for now.
I don't know why you wouldn't.
Might as
I think
well.
it's an adapter plate. But anyway, what do
Either
we
way.
run
I think I have an
electric
adapter
bikes.
plate.
There's a electric bike at the food warehouse on 29th Street, Schaefer 29th Street corner.
Yeah.
There's always an electric bike during the summer.
Wait, hold on. Which one?
Starts with R, sounds like Roscam.
Okay. Well, I got to ask because there's two different
I know.
warehouses
I know.
there.
Well, it's kind of
That's just
the other
his-
one's on 32nd
his
Street.
freaking
The other two.
description. Sounds like
Oh,
R.
No, that's our side.
Starts with R.
Yeah.
And Rothkill. Oh, real fucking subtle, dumbass. That's the fucking alcohol freaking talking right
Not
there.
yet.
Sounds
Not yet.
like-
but I'm
Okay,
getting warmed
R.
up. I'm
Sounds
just
like
getting warmed up.
Toscam.
Heart scan?
That's the cirrhosis of the liver freaking talking.
I got diseases
Oh, we know.
of the liver and the lip.
I've heard of how big a whore you were.
Bullshit.
I know someone with the initials of GP who would say you're a bit loose. Greg or Gay.
Oh, God. Greg. I hope he listens to this someday. I like Greg.
Greg is a nice guy.
He is super cool. I like Greg. Anyway, back to the EV bikes. I think they have a future. More than the cars.
Yeah, okay.
But the Harley's going to eat crow and shit if they go 100%. It's over. It's over for Harley Davidson. All the old white hair, mullet, beard waving.
No. They're
all going to be fucking dead.
They're
your age that ride Harleys do not have enough hair left for a mullet.
I'd like to have, dude, maybe we should call Richie and say, hey, if all Harley offered right now and you needed a bike, would you buy a fucking electric Harley?
I want to know how many mile freaking. What's the range on an electric Harley?
Who knows? Because the batteries are only so big.
And exactly.
Let's see. There's
So what's the range on an electric Harley?
Their hot one right now is called the Livewire.
Do they still plug it in at a car charging station out to the fucking gas
Let
station?
me see. Harley Davidson electric bike.
I mean, fuck, the plug's got to be bigger than the
range.
fucking fuel tank on them goddamn things.
146 miles. That's not bad. Probably because it's got a small battery. It won't take as long to charge as a car or semi. Or
Well,
pickup.
something else with the batteries. If you hit up the superchargers constantly, you're actually going to shorten the life of your battery. The best thing for lithium is a nice low, slow charging.
Yeah.
If you start hitting superchargers and it's pumping
Fast
700
charge,
volts or
and it's
whatever
going
the
to kill the
fuck,
battery a lot. Yeah. I get it.
you're going to get a lot fewer cycles out of that battery.
Again, it's one of those situations where they test it at 55 miles an hour down the highway. With premium situation, they don't test it with zipping around town with a 250-pound guy, biker, with another 100 pounds of fucking leather and his whole T-shirt collection in the bags. I mean, his fucking his 40-pound belt buckle that says "Live to Ride, Ride to Live." They don't test it in that situation.
And
they
all
test
the
it with a
fucking
100-pound woman.
Chrome add-on accessories.
Right.
100-pound woman on a dyno.
The Vance and Hines fucking pipe sound system.
Well, no, that's going to
Yeah.
cut into your range.
Exactly.
They
don't
test
test
all
it with
these
all that
electric
shit.
and gases, but right now the Fords, the Chevys, the Dodges, the Nissans, the Toyota, they all test them in premium situations. So a tank of fuel is going to go 400 miles in this Nissan because it's premium situation. But the reality is you're only going to get about 300.
So I messaged Richie.
Or 500 if you're fucking driving it like the little
skinny
old lady
Richie
you
or
are.
old hippie Richie?
Skinny Richie.
Okay.
And I said, if Harley sold only electric bikes, would you still buy one? And all he said was, nope.
Well, right. Tell him, thank you. We're recording tonight.
I did.
Thank you. You guys keep talking. I got to piss.
But
Talk dirty about Harley.
touching back to that exhaust thing, are they going to have a knob on the handlebars so you can adjust how loud your exhaust is, or do you have to pay extra for that?
People are going to come up to this intersection right here, crank that knob all the way up, just a wrap on that fucking throttle.
Richie said, I'll be dead before electric shit is in full force.
And he's like super leftist.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
He didn't want any part of that. And I can't blame him. That's fucking, it's not the way of the future like people think.
Like I said, it's ignorance.
It is for every other brand but Harley.
Toyota's been talking about a hydrogen car, and I'm curious about that. Ty, you know that's a felony. Grown man touching a little boy's pecker. He's around the corner. We can
He's
say
done it
whatever
many
we
a
want.
times.
Yeah.
He's a repeat offender.
And he keeps doing it outside. Mm-hmm. That's like sex offender level.
Yes, it is. Fuck.
Or the
If
cops
you
would
see
get
how
in.
fat he is, that's indecent exposure too. I mean, Jesus Christ.
Well, with how hairy he is, he's always wearing a wool sweater.
True.
Although you don't have much room to talk either, Jeremy.
Pot,
No.
meat kettle.
I shaved down to a treasure trail. So
Where the fuck's the treasure, motherfucker?
It's small chest. So I'm trying to talk Jenna into shaving a treasure trail down my chest.
Dude.
Doing this, shaving a strip off the middle all the way across the top and then a treasure trail down the
You gotta
back.
freaking talk her into freaking doing a goddamn bikini on you.
Well, she's going to shave you? She might as well shave a huge arrow pointed right at your butt crack.
No, I was telling him.
Insert here.
I'm trying to talk her into helping me out. I was going to shave a treasure trail down the front, shave off the middle all the way across the top, across my head, and then a treasure trail down the back.
You're going to fuck up the mullet, really?
Dude, I've been thinking about it.
All the way down to your crack? And then what?
Imagine showing up to one of your neighbor's parties with just a fucking... See?
Fucking priceless.
Wow, your crack goes all the way around. Man, think about that for a minute. Your fucking butt crack goes all the way around. Anyway,
Fuck.
Electric Harley's going to be the death of Harley, right?
Yeah.
All right, what's our timeline on the part 1, part 2 of this electric bullshit?
We're at about half hour now.
Grand total? Yeah, I was going to say.
I didn't look at the first part.
That's 1 hour.
Ish, yeah.
Let's wrap it.
All right. Outro?
Oh, you guys do that.
Well, as for every other time,
SmashCastBros, right?
SmashCastBros, we're done with this segment. And
Questions, comments, concerns, send us an email at smashcastbros@gmail or on Insta at smashcastbros.
or if you're anybody who's anybody and has our freaking phone numbers, you
Shoot
can
us a
text us. With that being said, here's those who wish us well. All the rest can go to hell.
All right.